That's right folks, the hardcore puzzle platforming game Blackhole has finally now made its way to the consoles with its final version, Blackhole Complete Edition. First launching for the PC back in 2015, Blackhole made a name for itself with the hardcore platforming and puzzle solving that it introduced, also with the hilarious and intentionally fourth wall breaking writing as well. You start as a coffee guy on his first day of work on the spaceship Endera. Endera gets swallowed by a black hole, and now you're in a brand new space and have to take the reins to find your friends and a way out as well in Blackhole Complete Edition. What also comes in Blackhole Complete Edition is 2 additional DLC modes. The first called the Testing Lab, where you have to find creative ways out of situations such as holding your breath and solving math problems to get out of a room to see if you're specially made to ride the Endera or become its captain. The other DLC is called the Director's Cut. These are levels that didn't make it into the game that are exceptionally more harder than the original levels in the game itself. There are a few levels that are tough in the game, and nothing compares to these in their entirety. It's at least 2 levels per rail that are tougher the further you play and try to beat them. What's also included in Blackhole Complete Edition is the Time Trial mode. Time Trial is where you race against the clock to beat other players' scores around the world to try to become the best of the best, or where you're called in the game King of the Season. Putting your best time forward each week for whatever level selected, Blackhole throws you forward for a loop as each week they randomize levels from the story that could be brand new creative levels that's saved for this game as well. Blackhole makes you race against the clock, but also makes you think on your feet as well as you try to beat these levels with your best time and try to beat other players around the world as well. Now see, as I was playing through Blackhole Complete Edition, I didn't know it was going to be one of those games where A, it was going to be extremely tough, and B, it was also going to be extremely rewarding as well once you got through those tough scenarios. Not many platformers these days give you a very tough challenge. You have Rayman Legends, you have Super Mario, you even have some of the more extreme or darker ones that try to give you more of a challenge, but I haven't had such a challenge like this since Super Meat Boy. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you, the pros. My first pro for Blackhole Complete Edition is that the writing for this game is hilarious. It's funny, it breaks the fourth wall, it cracks jokes, it rips on mainstream music and just does what a sci-fi comedic platformer should do. It's very reminiscent of titles such as Spaceballs and Portals when it comes to the humor. It's very witty with your AI program constantly berating you, your teammates talking down upon you but also showing cowardice, them scratching off a Nickelback song as soon as it starts playing. It's hilarious and just rippling with humor throughout. It's a pro for me. My next pro is that the gameplay of Blackhole is the fine balance of being tough and being fun. You'll have some levels that'll work at you as you have to think outside the box to find your way to collect everything. As you progress world by world, you have to use a new item they introduce to you per level. It can be an EMP blast, a bounce bubble, or even a gravity manipulator. Blackhole Complete Edition keeps you on your toes each level also because you only get 1 life per level and you have to restart from the beginning, which you lose your self burns, time, and position if you make a grand mistake. It's a pro for me. My next pro is that I love the music of Blackhole Complete Edition. It captures the sci-fi and otherworldly feeling. The techno and Eurocentric style beats are great. It really stays within that technocentric aesthetic as it never turns away from the bells, pianos, drums, and computery sound effects in the soundtrack. Blackhole Complete Edition has a pretty noteworthy soundtrack that can stimulate into your platform when you try to beat the levels and when you're just generally relaxing. It's a great soundtrack and very, very welcoming to listen to. It's definitely a pro for me. My last and final pro for Blackhole Complete Edition is that I love the action set pieces that you have when you're in the final stages of the world. You either have a platforming boss battle that you have to take care of, or you generally have to escape and make sure you don't get caught from whatever's coming after you. Blackhole has some amazing action pieces that are fun as hell and just downright awesome to top off one grueling adventure that you had in the world. Running from lava, fighting giant man-eating plants, avoiding laser beams, and the works. It's definitely a pro for me. Now see, as I was playing through Blackhole Complete Edition, I couldn't help but notice that this game does have some gripes amongst it as well. It has certain things that most platforming games have that this doesn't. It's missing a lot of actions and a lot of details that make certain platformers great. Yeah, certain platformers have their own style to them and their own accord, but Blackhole Complete Edition is missing the basics from most platforming games and really tends to make it difficult for you to enjoy as well. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you the cons. My first con for Blackhole Complete Edition is that it lacks primary platforming mechanics that should be in there. It lacks swimming features, double jump features, wall jumping features. I get that it wants to be a hardcore platforming title, but lacking primary mechanics that should be in here doesn't make it necessarily tough gameplay wise. It's more so a burden and hindrance really. Stopping players from having certain things and utilizing the map more just makes it harder because you have to do more to get to go to more places. It's definitely a con for me. My next con for Blackhole Complete Edition is that the story is pretty weak. You got moments where you're saving the crew and being the savior of the game, but it doesn't really stick because the writing is too goofy sometimes for the seriousness that the game tries to shoot at you at certain moments. You can tell when Blackhole takes itself serious even when they insert a joke to break the tension down some mid-serious moment. There isn't any memorable moments or wowing moments either. Outside of some laughs and platforming moments with the crew, the story is pretty It's definitely a con for me. My last and final con for Blackhole Complete Edition is that most of these parts they generally want you to collect, you really don't have any ways or any means to get into them whatsoever. They're either in places you can't reach them or just can't get at them by any means, even if you're manipulating those stages via gravity or using whatever item you eventually learn to use via future worlds. You can't get to some of these items, they either help you unlock characters, help the ship, or help you learn about the story that's already not told so well itself. It's a misbeat with these collectibles. It's a con for me. But all in all, Blackhole Complete Edition is a good game. From the extremely hilarious writing and crack jokes on YouTube about the game itself is very funny, to the gameplay as you have to creatively think outside the box, it's all the love of utilizing what you see in front of you from trial and error is also fun too. Also, the techno Eurobeating very outer spacey soundtrack that Blackhole has is a great feeling as it captures the game within the music. And lastly, the action set pieces of this game is amazing. From dodging deadly items to destroying them as well is something to enjoy completely. But with the lack of mechanics you have in this game will turn off a lot of players as well. The weak story is also pretty forgettable as they try to be too funny and too serious with no in-between or memorable moments, and the collectibles they want you to get isn't really grabbable either as you can't reach them. But with that being said, I'll be giving Blackhole Complete Edition a 3 out of 5. Alright guys, that concludes my review of Blackhole Complete Edition. Be on the lookout because I'll have a written review of this on TICGN.com. Also, I have links in the description box below to all my written reviews on TICGN where you can go for your gaming, anime, and comic book news. So be on the lookout for that and go check out the website, guys. Thank you. Also, go check out my previous reviews on Yakuza Kiwami for PS4, Life is Strange Before the Storm Episode 1 on Xbox One. I have many more reviews coming for you guys this week between Marvel vs. Capcom, Destiny 2, and many more reviews to come to you guys. Also, I have a channel update video that'll be coming out soon as well, so be on the lookout for that. Also, go check out my streams of Fortnite Part 1 and Part 2. For Part 2, we got a victory. Part 1, we didn't get a victory, but we came close. I have a stream on Xbox One and I have a stream on PS4. Part 1 is Xbox, Part 2 is PS4, so be on the lookout and check those out. And check out everything in the description box, you know, just give everything a look and look over. I thank you guys for watching. I thank you guys for stopping on by. As you guys are great, hit that like and subscribe, and we'll tune in, turn up, and throw down. I'm out.